Hey there, fellow Factorians. Owners here with another episode of Seablock, and let's start with some comments. Because, well, first of all, a day late in posting this video. It's a long weekend here in Australia, Anzac Day. War holiday. Yeah, I'm on the fence about war holidays. Like, got to kind of, yeah. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. But we are going to start with some comments because. As I've been pre-recording these, we've kind of had a bunch of comments from the last 3 episodes. First of all, we've got, I'm standing right here because we have a comment from Timothy that there's no output here, and indeed there isn't. We'll have to fix it by doing that. There we go. Alright, so now we'll get this second one working, which means that we'll actually use up all this stuff a little bit better. I mean, most of it, as you can see, was already going through here, so this is just picking up the odds and ends that are added to it. Alright, this is kind of working. Everyone's outputting. No one's being blocked. Well, you're being blocked. Well, we've got you going on both ends just to fill in the gaps, which is good. Alright. I think we're okay. You are building up. We'll deal with that at some point. Looks like blue. Blue is struggling. We could put in a second. I'd say we put in a second one, but like if we just look at the stuff that's coming through, it is only blue. It is only blue that's coming through. Let's have a look at this recipe. So blue and red. There should be as many red as there are blue. And yeah, we did see a 1 red got through there. So what we could do is we could dupe this. If I have the materials to make, it, we'll do it. But I don't think we do. Ore crusher 1s, ore crusher 2s. All right. Well, apparently there was one available. So let's copy that. Let's copy that. Let's copy that. And yeah, look, that'll just sort itself out once we can build an ore crusher 2. Ore crusher 2 requires some steel, so we're going to run and grab some steel, and then we'll just throw that ore crusher into our. I was going to say we'll just throw it into our area, but we're missing that as well. And what I need to actually do is get rid of that, and I need to copy that there, and then we need to, whoops, I need to deconstruct that one, and then repaste it. Deconstruct and repaste. I'm sure someone will sort that out. Alright. Thank you. Let's pick that up off the ground, and would have been so much easier if I was there. Alright, let's get a red one in here, second red one. So what we need is another one of these fast filter inserters. Yep. And we need some steel. Oh, look at this steel. My goodness. That is a problem. All right, that is a problem. Let's grab some steel. Let's make an ore crusher 2. That is the wrong tab. Make one of those. And then let's, that was not it. That was it, there we go. We'll pop that in there, we'll pop that in there. Alright, so the next thing is we have some comments from Power. Always good for some wonderful comments, and the first one was inventory. So I'm going to maximize. We'll just have 400. I like to have a bit of a buffer. Let's say if we have an extra 100, that's fine. But we'll get rid of those. What else can we get rid of? We're not using steel pipes. We're not using that. We're not using those anymore. The planners. That's kind of going to stay in there. We've got a bunch of basic circuit boards. Here's some more trash. I don't even know where that kind of stuff will get used, but we're just ditching it all for now. And keep the warehouses. I think they're handy. That's all construction stuff. Yes, kind of. We don't need any more alien artifacts. Washing plants, clarify. All right, we'll keep the rest of this because this stuff gets used as we handcraft stuff. But we'll be fine with that. Our research we've got to check on, but before we do that, let's have a look at our production of fluids, and let's go for the last hour and search on mineral sludge, and let's just see if the work we did actually made a difference. All right. So this is our mineral sludge, and if we look back in the last hour, if we go 10 hours, it looks like we actually reduced the production of mineral sludge with the work that we did, which doesn't really make sense, does it? That's 2 episodes length there. That is 1, 2, that's 3 episodes. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. We'll have to... There must be an intermediate product that we are missing along the way, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll sort that one out. Research. What is going on with our research? Well, our research is yellow science, and I'm pretty sure yellow science is dead because of blue circuits. But let's just double check that. There's our. Here is our production of yellow science. It is the particles. Which is blue circuits, yeah. Of course, that's our problem, because if you look over here, like, you see how many red circuits are getting through. That's the issue there, and even green circuits are slowing down to a crawl. What's going on with green circuits? What's going on with green circuits? It's materials. It is materials. All right. That is kind of our focus for the next foreseeable future is materials. Speaking of materials, even had a comment about titanium, and there is a recipe apparently: titanium ingots plus nickel ingots. Here we go. So 24 titanium ingots for 360 molten versus 24 for 240. So this uses some nickel. We actually have the research, and if I remember correctly, if we look in the logistics network and do a search for nickel. We only have 400 nickel ingots in there. I thought we had a lot. We might have some nickel ore. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. That's empty. Yeah, look at that. We've got a bunch of nickel ore that we could turn into nickel ingots and boost our titanium. But for now, titanium I don't think is actually our biggest issue. It's semi backing up, in fact. Semi. It is being used. Yeah, look, it's being used fairly close to how much we're making it. The issue is, of course, steel. Big issues, but the final check, and this one a few people have commented on, is our power. We have had some dips, some spikes. What is orange is roboports. Yeah, so our roboports are starting to really do some stuff. And what is this red line? It is our accumulators. So yeah, we've finally started to see some of our production dipping below 100%, and there's where the accumulators are coming in. So I think we need to really assess what we can do with our power. And this arrangement here has been sitting around for a long time. I wonder if there's something better we can do now that we have pellets rather than charcoal. Let's have a chase. So we've got charcoal pellets, and we actually can't use charcoal pellets for anything. But 5 charcoal, which is 20 megajoules, makes 24 megajoules. We are currently turning that into solid fuel. And if we look at solid fuel, I probably should just jump back to the start and go solid fuel. We're doing charcoal and hydrogen is what we are doing in that. We've got a little bit of other stuff in there, but this is 4 megajoules into 12 megajoules. Well, that is clearly a much better ratio, isn't it? If we've got the hydrogen jet gas to support it, which we do. So this is the best. Now we could do what? We could up these to greater levels of engines. We could just put in more of these. We can see our production of oil is still struggling. And in fact, this should be full, shouldn't it? Should be full. And it's our old friend sulfuric wastewater. It's our old friend sulfuric wastewater that is holding us back. Gosh, can we fix that? Can we fix that? Sulfuric wastewater. Why are you doing nothing? Why are you doing nothing? You've got lime filters to get rid of. You've got no filter frames. You're getting rid of filter frames. You take used lime filters. Okay, we've actually had this loop here has died because of what? What if we take that and put it in here? Interesting. I mean, that's got it going again. But this production was very, very low. Make sure it's getting prioritized. That's all production. Yeah, so then it goes straight in here. All right, that has not fixed our problem. Let's go back to FNEI. All right. I think we've looked at this so many times, and it never comes up when I look for sulfuric. All right. So to make sulfuric wastewater, we are currently using some crystal slurry, and it's 50. We're using. So this is one of the things that I can't remember who pointed it out. I think it might have been even did the math, and as you can see, crystal slurry produces 35 produces 20, whereas crystal slurry with charcoal filters 50 produces 40. So it's actually this produces more sulfuric wastewater. So when we went to ceramic filters, we actually reduced our production of sulfuric wastewater marginally. We did, however. Well, actually, no, we didn't change the ratio of crystal slurry to mineral sludge. All we did was speed it up. We sped it up at the cost of sulfuric wastewater. Well, that's interesting. That is very interesting. We do want it faster. I mean, I'm not gonna lie about that. So maybe what we do is we just duplicate this arrangement here. How much of this is actually getting produced? This is producing not very much, is it? 2 a second, with a crafting speed of 2. That's 4 a second. That's 4 a second, that's 8 a second. So each one of these guys up here, each one of these requires 5 every second. 5 every second. And these have a crafting speed of 1. Well, that's nice, but we have 12 of them. So 12 fives, of course, are 60. Divide that by 4 is 15. We would need 15 of these to supply enough. Up there. And I don't think we can do that. You are producing acid gas. Take a used lime filter acid gas. Can we? I'm pretty sure we can use acid gas to also make it. Acid gas. We can void it. Ooh, we can just ignore puffers. We actually can't. We actually cannot. We can make carbon dioxide. Well, we can make, hang on, hydrogen sulfide, which turns into sulfur, which we could turn into sulfuric acid, which, I mean, we do kind of need, but honestly, that's neither here nor there. We just want to produce more sulfuric acid. So, what does that mean? What does that mean? Do we have a roboport out here? We are just outside of range. We are just outside of range. So, if I want to fix this up, I need to make a bunch of air filter 2s. What do we need for that? Let's see how expensive this is going to be. An air filter 2 requires a bit of steel. We can get away with just iron with an air filter 1, but we'll need twice as many. Which would mean 30 of these, but it's probably better to avoid using up the steel. Because really we're saving 1:1 because we need 15 air filter 1s to make 15 air filter 2s. So it's just an extra 15 air filter 1s instead of making 15 air filter 2s. Which, as you can see, it's basically iron, like everything is getting upgraded to the next level. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because we do need. Actually, I'm not doing that. We do need. Lost it. We do need this sulfuric acid. We definitely do. So let's go find us some iron. I don't know if we still have a big stash of it here. Not a big stash, no. Alright. We got a little bit. If I knew where those air filters were, if I bothered to check. There we are. Petrochemical refining. Alright. So there's 8 of them. There is 8. And what are we missing now? Stone bricks. Alright. Oh, thanks, guys. We just ran out of range. Sorry, guys. My bad. Alright, let's grab a couple of stacks of stone bricks. And we'll make... what do we say? 8. So that's 12 air filters. And now we need more iron. This is actually not getting used. We're not making ammo anymore, are we? No, we're not. It's okay. Now I've forgotten how many we had. I think it was 12. That should be about 20. All right. Let's just see how this fans out. We don't actually need the full amount because we are using sulfuric acid from sulfuric wastewater. We're getting it from elsewhere. It is coming in, and this is supposed to be just an overflow. All right. Let's run this out this way, and what I want to do is have a belt coming into there as well. So something like this. All right. Let's just see what this looks like. That's an air filter 2. That's not going to help us, is it? An air filter 1. We'll get just a solid pipe along here, and a solid pipe along here. All right. So there's water, and there's that. We'll copy that over to there, and then we do need that, and we need that. All right, and we'll snake it in there like so. Okay, so that should. Then we need. Okay, this is where it gets a little bit trickier. We also need these guys coming out. And we do something like this. Where is our copy? There we go. You're going to have to be up here. Okay. All this for sulfuric. No, that needs to be one higher. There we go. All right. All this for sulfuric wastewater. You're going to come in. Yep, this will work. Okay, so you are dropping off there, and you are picking up there. That's great. Let's shrink FNEI for now. Power will go... We can't get both of them, so we'll just do that. And then we'll copy all of that and plonk it there. We could probably get away with just one power pole, doing both of those, like this. And something like that. So if we power this up And we're going to need a bunch more frames, aren't we? A bunch more frames. Alright, what do you need? Just regular filter frames? Do we have any... We've got a tiny little bit of iron. We've got a tiny little bit of iron, so let's make raw filter frames. And of course, go grab some more iron. Why not have a logistics request for iron? I do. It's on the way. I'm probably just not in there. Here we go. That's really going to annoy us no end for our production. But look at that. We have a bunch more. I'll just click a few times and we'll see how that works out. Because we kind of need enough to have this floating around here. Anyway. We now have this as a tileable unit with our tiles. Let's get rid of the water. Get rid of the water. I can't remember. Is that working? It is. All right. I guess that water's gone. Create blueprint. And bam. I don't like that. You have to put the. You have to put the ground in first, and then the rest of the blueprint goes. But that's fine. All right, go bots, go. Rest of that. So we'll get 2, 4, 6, and that'll be 8. And then once we've got this, maybe we'll do another row. Might be a better option. We are getting close. Okay, now I can see our power poles set up. Just didn't quite reach across there, which is no surprise. Alright, let's do something like this. That's not going to work. That's terrible. Why are you offset? Don't be offset, guys. There we go. Alright. So now if we plump some filter frames in here. And we'll get you working. Again, we probably want to box this. Do the old box trick just to make sure that this doesn't back up. That is used lime filters. And alright, can we fit a box in here? We can. Somehow. Can somehow. Alright, we actually don't need you. You can go there, picking up from there. And then, so you now... Alright, now we put a box here. You are picking up from that box. And you are now dropping off into that box. Alright. So you will always be able to get rid of your spare filter frames. You'll always be able to get rid of your used filter frames. And you're just creating them as much as possible. Alright. Alright, I think that works. Let's grab all of those and pop them in here. And that way this should find some happy medium. Doesn't seem to be enough filter frames, does it? Is this actually not fast enough to keep up? Looks that way, doesn't it? Let's have a look at some numbers here. This is doing creating 1 lime filter every 2 seconds. With a crafting speed of 0.75. Say what? Can we not make? Probably don't have the steel for it. Okay, yeah, we can upgrade 1, and this has a crafting speed of 2. A little bit better. A little bit better. That will give us 1 a second. Each one of these is using 1 every 10 seconds. Each one of these are using 1 every 5 seconds. So this is basically all that can be supported off this once we upgrade this. Should now be enough though to support all of these. And we should see a slightly better increase in our production over here, which we absolutely do. Alright, and there is an overflow valve here. No, that's a check valve. Okay. What are we checking here, buddy? you're checking if there's less than 600 sulfuric wastewater in what? In here? You can have up to 600k, so that's 60%. Alright, okay. Obviously, I must have done that intelligently because there are places where there's an overflow valve and they go up to 80%. So by having the check valve here set to 60%, this will always kind of go until it gets to 60%, but then the 80% ones will keep going. So if we're producing too much over the rest of our factory, that will take priority over this. That's where that's going. All right. Yeah, these aren't really working as I would have liked. I do need to set up another one of these though. How many can you process? You can process one every 2 seconds as well, with a crafting speed of 2. So we need one of these for one of these. Maybe we'll just leave it there. Maybe we'll just leave it there. This is definitely picked up. I don't know if our fuel supply is doing likewise. We are burning. We're burning everything. Everything that we're getting is getting burnt. All right. So the real question then is, how did that look for our power? So we're at 360 megawatts. Production in. We need a total. Is there a? I don't think there's a way to show a total consumption over the period, is there? If someone knows, do let me know in the comments. I've never actually looked at it, but we do just want to know the total power for that period. But we can see in the last 10 hours, our usage has never gone above this total of steam engines, 126, large solar panels, 30. So I think we're okay. I think we're okay. But yeah, this was the peak, 100 megawatts from our steam engines. I think the problem we actually have is this production here is based on actually having fuel for all of our steam engines, which we do not. Which we do not. In fact, we've got very little. We've got fluid burning boiler. You produce. This just doesn't look right to me. You output 90 steam a second, and yeah, you're using 30 steam a second. All right. What temperature steam do you add? Yeah, 315 degrees. I mean, I'm sure I had it right, and I did, but yeah, it just looks odd. We've got a lot of infrastructure set up here for this. Okay, now you're running. It's carbon dioxide now. That's the problem. Okay. Everyone has enough sulfuric wastewater though, which is good to see. Yeah, so carbon dioxide is struggling just a wee bit. Alright, carbon dioxide is actually really easy to fix. Really easy to fix because it's this one here. It's this one here. Let's just pop you there. Pop you there. Chem plants? Do we have any chem plants on us? We've got a chem plant 1. That'll do. That'll do us. Alright. Hook you into there and give you one of those and power pole. We actually need a bunch more power poles. Alright. Now we're getting all the stuff. So this guy, do we need a check valve on this? An overflow valve? Top up valve? Because, yeah, actually, is this an output? That's an input. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So yes, we are making carbon dioxide. Okay, it's a byproduct over here, and we do want to use that up in preference to what we're making here. So I do actually want. I do need to change this just a wee bit. All right, make ourselves one of the fine top-up valves. And place it right there. And then we'll do, I don't know, something weird. Something that looks weird like that. And get you in there. Alright. This is going pretty slow. It's 25 a second. I would have thought we would have caught up significantly just with that, but maybe we need a second one. What I'm going to do is put this here, and then we can put a second one of these here, like that, and do a weird thing like this to get this one going as well. Yeah, so we're still using it all, but hopefully that now means these guys up here are getting everything they need. Alright, and then we should be seeing this fairly full. Over here though, over here. Are you hooked into that same line? You are. Alright, alright. Sorry, bot running away from you. So these things are going somewhat regularly. See the fire goes out for a fraction of a second, but I think that is a wait. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. This is as good as our fuel production is going to get. Still, we're barely tapping into that. I think for now that's probably solved our. Whoop, no, I was going to say that's solved our production problems, but apparently not. Apparently not. We're yeah. So this is jumping. This must be based on actually what's operating. So this total value, I guess, is what's available, and then yeah, we were definitely encroaching on there. Once our solar panels dropped out, that's what it was. All right. I could put in more solar panels, but they're honestly just way too expensive at this point in the game. Let's see what time we got left. We are at 30 minutes. 30 minutes, and our oil situation. Yeah, look, it's golden, isn't it? It's golden. I didn't actually check. Before the end of the episode, just for sanity's sake. Let's do a double check on that it's not backing up here. Is basically it. So our multi-phase oil, we're not actually putting that into a tank anywhere, are we? But that's okay. Okay, so this is good. So this one is not operational all the time. So that means we are using up all the oil that we're getting. This is petrochem with crude oil. So there's crude oil in here that is turning into our fuel oils. There is raw gas here, which is all getting used up very, very quickly to make this jazz. Butane, ethane, we're burning these off. Yes, we are. There's our favourite acid gas again. Residual gas. We've got more residual gas being made. We can feed some of this back in. Can feed this residual gas back in, but we're not really making enough of it, I don't think. It's not a closed loop. We are making steam and residual gas for synthetic gas, and then that synthetic gas is getting pumped all around the world, I believe. Yeah, we're taking that somewhere. We're taking that somewhere over here for fuel. All right. That's that is interesting because I think synthetic gas has some pretty good uses other than fuel. We can make naphtha out of it. I mean, that's pretty useful for fuel. But that really is it. I thought we could use it to get better multi-phase oil. We want to turn that into crude, or that's it. And then the crude into that with 100 crude makes, let's say, 100 oil. With this one, 90 crude makes 110 oil. So if we add hydrogen gas, and this one here is 60 makes that with residual gas. That's where it's at. All right. What have we actually got set up here? We've got the hydrogen gas set up. So if we were to convert this to residual gas, do we have enough? We would have to stop this synthetic gas production. We'd have to stop the synthetic gas production. What is this making? Base mineral oil. Okay. So we can always need more of that, don't we? Yes, we do, because that's going into our lubricant, which actually we have the right amount. Where else is it being used? It's being pumped in there. Oh, that's right, because we had our fish oil. Our fish oil is making it too. Okay. I think our oil is pretty much as good as it's going to get without totally revamping it. Production-wise, when the solar panels turn off, yeah, look, things get a little bit hairier. I think with the amount of blue algae we now have going, we should be okay. That's probably enough dedicated sulfuric waste water production, because at the end of the day, we're burning off the rest of it. I think that's okay, and I'm pretty sure we got more now running than we did have at the start. I don't know. Someone who's watching this video can verify that for me. I think our power problems are sorted, and of course we need to move back to mineral sludge. Spoiler alert: this washing arrangement I'm not happy with. It's too slow. It's too slow. Our actual output, as you can see, is very limited compared to here. We actually have enough to in a much smaller area, we have enough to support like this many units. So I think we're going to go with electrolyzers, even though it does put a lot of pressure on our power. It also the stone situation, which is it seems to have solved itself. So it is self-sufficient on the stone with the mineralized water and a tiny bit of mineral sludge we have out of that. That's kind of working itself out, which is nice. And yeah, look, every bit of mineral sludge counts at this point. We could bring up the production, of course, of that, of fluids and mineral sludge. Let's go last hour. So we're using all the mineral sludge we're producing, which is no surprises there. So that is where our first bottleneck is, and then from there we'll just keep moving through. But what I'm planning for next episode is to actually start making all these components in a box, which is kind of where we were going with this, but materials ran out. Materials ran out to actually make these, and it doesn't look like there's any of these in a box doing anything as we speak. Where are you going, buddy? No, you're bypassing. Okay. So I wonder. I don't know. It's a problem for next episode, because we are out of time. A little bit ran a little bit longer this episode. That's all good. As always, wanted to thank my wonderful patrons, and I'll see you next time.